Hi Aries, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm here for your June 2016 monthly tarot reading. I'm using my Arthurian Legend tarot deck today, and I'm going to pull two cards for four different categories. I also have a focus card, and I'll look at the bottom of the deck as well. I hope everyone's doing really well. It's nice to finally be outside here in Vermont. I even dared to get some annuals, but I'll have to bring them in if it gets too cold. But because it has been known to snow in May. Oops. So we've been having some really nice readings. So astrologers would tell you to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you don't know what that is, there are some free websites that can calculate that for you. I'd probably put in get free birth chart or something in Google and you can find that out. I'm lucky my sun and rising sign are the same, so I only have to watch two. Okay. Oh gosh, this is the third time in a row this has come up. It's either been the focus or the bottom of the deck. So it's back on the bottom. Getting really clear, cutting away any extra emotions, baggage, really cutting away all that's unnecessary and getting really singularly focused on something. Simplicity, truth, the truth of the situation, just the facts, ma'am. What's really going on? So that's sort of an underlying motivation this month. Let's look at the focus card. Ooh, the victory card. Very nice. Accolades, recognition, people really seeing your side of things, something you're passionate and motivated about, and been really focused on, and working towards is paying off. And you may even, this could be like you could find your name in the newspaper. Oh, here comes the hummingbirds. That's the male. I got sidetracked, sorry. So you could, the company newsletter, or just you can really be like internally really like, man, I nailed that. I did that. I accomplished that. And it's something, even if it's only meaningful to you, on an inner level, it's, be proud of that. Have that, give yourself a little happy dance and, treat yourself to something. Don't always count your wins, even if no matter how small they may seem. It's a big deal. So that's a really nice energy to be at the focus of this month. So this is the work category over here, and we have the Six of Shields, another six, very nice, and the Eight of Cups. So this is the Eight of Cups. Maybe you've changed jobs. I actually know an Aries that this would apply to. Realizing you need to leave something that's no longer emotionally fulfilling or can even be negative or abusive behind. So if there's been, maybe you need to leave a job, or even if you haven't left it, you've come to the realization that you need to be in a more supportive atmosphere. This is all about give and take, mutual support, being compensated for your efforts, being able to pay it forward, or be on the receiving or receiving end of that success. So this is another success card. So there is definitely success in the workplace, and it could just be, a mindset too of like, I'm going to choose to leave negativity, at the doorstep. I'm not bringing it to work, but I'm not going to bring it home either. and really sort of leaving a negative emotion behind if it's not actually leaving a place of employment or a new job, getting a new job, leaving an old job, changing careers. Any of those types of things are on the table. Um, but remember, we have the victory card. So, whatever that is, you're going to be successful at leaving something behind. In the home category, we have the Eight of Shields. So this is it's called the Master Craftsman card. But for me it's a much more spiritual card. It's finding that which feeds your soul. It's something that when you do, you're completely present, and so it becomes almost like a meditation. You know, all your worries melt away and you're just really focused and enjoying the moment and what your task is or your hobby. It can be running, it can be cooking, it can be gardening, it can be yoga, it can be writing, whatever it is, painting, working on cars, whatever your thing is. So you are feeling a little stuck, but this is interesting. This is mirroring back to that Eight of Cups when I was talking about leaving negative thoughts behind. Um, the lesson behind the Hanged Man is, you know, if you find yourself in suspension, um, feeling like you're sacrificing or just things aren't happening the way, you know, you just feel stuck, you know, pretend you say you are somehow stuck somewhere metaphorically, but you could sit there and say, this sucks, I'm stuck, I'm mad, I'm pissed. You can struggle against it, you can try to get down and waste all this time and energy on something that's completely futile. Or you can say, well, you know what, I never have any time to myself. I always have the kids around, or I'm always working, or people can always get me on my phone, and I just never have any. I complain I never have any downtime. Well, now I have some downtime. Why don't I try to make the best of it? Why don't I use it to really think about things and consider other perspectives? How did I end up in this situation here? And realize you can use some of these downtimes to your advantage. What's the hidden opportunity in this situation? And capitalize on that. And so once you've been through the Hanged Man, the lesson of the Hanged Man, you get enlightenment, you get a change in perspective. Because after all, this guy actually isn't hanging upside down, but in most decks, they're upside down. And if you ever go outside and stand on your head, everything looks very different. It's almost disorienting because it's everything you've seen, but you're just seeing it from a completely different point of view, and you may see things you never noticed before. The next category is relationships. So we have the universe, something coming full circle. Ooh, and the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, the universe it can be, it's a completion and a new beginning at the same time. So it's the culmination of something. So in the relationship category, it can be something, any sort of milestone, like getting married, having a baby, an anniversary, moving in together, saying I love you for the first time, any of those types of milestones. And it can bring about a change in emotion because it's kind of exciting to then make it to that next level of the relationship. So there's some sort of change in emotions. However, it can also be, and people I think always think the ending of a relationship is negative, but sometimes it's the best thing that can happen. One of the best lessons, and I'm so grateful for it, was this relationship that I had. I got dumped hard. He had me move. I didn't want to move, and he talked me into moving. I had a good job. I was just like really super happy. I'm like, no, we haven't even been together a year. I don't really want to move. And stupid me, I let him talk me into it. And within like a month or two of moving and changing my whole life, he broke up with me. So, and I really felt like the world was just ripped out from underneath me. I had moved away from my family. Abusive guys, they try to get you alone, right? He was abusive too, on a very subtle way. But it was life changing though. I got really depressed. It really was sort of this situation. I just didn't even know which way to move. I didn't know what to do. Um, but I grew up so much from that situation, and it made me a completely different person. It made me a better person. Um, and I'm grateful that it happened. So sometimes, it just may be that a relationship has run its course and it's taught you what you needed to be taught. Remember, there are tons of really good people that just aren't a match with each other. So be careful not to villainize the other person. Um, Lots of times there is negativity. It's hard not to do that. But there may be some relationship that has reached its expiration date, but it's bringing in a new change in emotion, um, a new love potentially is coming in, and this may be just needing to release the past as well, and make sure that this came up in another reading, like do a cord cutting potentially. It's sort of a good physical or mental way to sort of, people think, oh, I'm over him, but it's kind of a good, like, finite way to say, yes, I'm done, to really like set that thought, like it's done, and try to leave it behind. But something really beautiful is coming in. Lots of the energy I'm really feeling. We have two eights, and two sixes. The energy I'm feeling here is really this energy, getting really clear about what you want and cutting away that which is unnecessary. So here are some spiritual cards. Ooh, the King of Wands. I love the King of Wands. That could be you, Aries. Oh, and the King of Shields. Interesting. Passion and practicality. That's what these two kings bring. Leadership, being the leader of your own life, whether you're male or female, following that which you're passionate about, and taking practical steps to make that passion a reality. But really learning to be a leader. So he's a leader that is very methodical and careful. But this leader, he follows by motivating people and being positive and energizing people. So be that, be a motivator in your life to whatever feeds your soul and fires you up. And then take practical steps to bring that more into your life. Nice, interesting. So I will leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by, Aries. I hope you have a really nice June, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.